show you the proper way to tee up a ball.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party? Hey, this is Rockin' Randall Hank. Ready to get the good time started. From the opening kickoff to the grand finale, it's a Super Bowl season on a ABC. Yes, everybody is a fan. This is the biggest party, man. All my rowdy friends across this land, we all got it started. Yeah, everything is ready, everything is right. Monday Night Football is coming on tonight.
And they keep it on the ground. The rookie Harold Green has the first down, turns the corner, out past the 40, into Cleveland territory, and he takes it down to the 37-yard line. The number 2 draft choice out of South Carolina, Harold Green, has just given the Bengals their longest run of the season. 7-yard line. This is Taylor. He is run out of bounds at the 32. Clay Matthews, the outside linebacker, gets credit for the tackle after a gain of 5. Wide outs in this set on 3rd and 6 from the 33-yard line. Esiason with a lot of time and throws complete for a first down. The far side, that's Eddie Brown making the catch. Eddie Brown, who has not played since the Monday night game in Seattle. He was shaken up in that game at 6. Esiason with a good play fake as usual and a touchdown. Nobody handles the ball as well as Boomer. He sucks in the defense. Holman, who he flexed to the right at the line of scrimmage, gets free, and Cincinnati moves 80 yards to score.
They're getting mismatches offensively, and they are really exploiting them early.
Jim Brees kicks the extra point, and the Bengals take the opening kickoff 80 yards in 5 minutes and 19 seconds and lead 7-0. Only the number 3 receiver. He's at the bottom of the screen, gets the start tonight. And this is Mack, back of a block from Horde, cuts inside it and picks up 5 out to the 25-yard line. On 2nd and 5, Horde, the Michigan rookie, picks up a first down. 1st and 10, and Kozar gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. His arm was coming forward, and that's the aforementioned James Francis 31 knockdown. 3rd down and 7. Kozar throws. It's a nice out pattern to Brian Brennan. And a first down, Rod Jones with the coverage, with a crafty one. Brian Brennan, who's been around for a while,
is an excellent receiver to have come off the bench.
From the 48-yard line, Horde runs right into number 91, Carl Zander.
USC and Arizona. Yeah, Al, you haven't been talking them up much lately.
Yeah, I did postgraduate work in Virginia. On 3rd and 11, the catch is made by Slaughter on the far side for a first down.
Up out of bounds.
4 receivers with 3 of them heading down the left side, and Kozar looking that way, and he has Brennan for a first down at the 22-yard line.
We're going to see this all night. Brennan working underneath. Coneheads in Cleveland.
1st and 10 at the 21. Here's Metcalf on a sweep. And he picks up about 4, and he really takes the pop. He gets run out of bounds. Crowd wants a flag. Bussey hit him, Dixon hit him, and there might be a marker down on the ground.
Bounds. Let's take a look at it here from our reverse angle. But the initial contact right there, Eric Metcalf is out of bounds, and he's almost out of the white stripe when Ricky Dixon comes over and hits him. That'll bring the flag every time.
3rd down and goal. And Kozar throws to Mack. Mack is hit, and Mack is pushed back from the 4-yard line. The initial contact was made by Ricky Dixon. And so the Cleveland drive bogs down, and the Browns will have to send in a field goal unit. Well, Dixon shaken up here. Carl Carter comes into the game banged up. And let's not forget Eric Thomas, the all-pro cornerback, gone for the season, who injured himself, tore his knee up in a basketball game in the offseason.
Mack is putting his head down. We've seen him run over so many tacklers. A few moments ago, you saw him take Carl Zander on, bounce off for about 3 yards, and He's a tough man to bring down. That's a great effort by Dixon, and he paid the price. Yeah,
Mike Pagel to hold.
Ooh. Scuffled
He pushed it through.
You're being kind.
Yeah, just barely.
Knuckled it.
2:37 to go in the first quarter in Cleveland. Cincinnati leads by 4. As we come back to live action at Cleveland on first down from the 20, Boomer Esiason going deep and has it intercepted by Frank Minifield at the 45 of Cleveland, and the dogs are barking. 2nd and 7 from the 48-yard line. Leroy Horde across the 50 takes it to the Cincinnati 47-yard line, where Bussey comes up to greet him. He has not had a pass intercepted. 3rd and 2 from the 47-yard line. Play clock is down to 1, and they just do get it off. And Kozar gets flushed out. He's not very mobile, but he dives and picks up the first down.
About a 5.6 in style points, but he got it done.
Bryan right back of him. As play resumes on first down, Mack somehow bounces off a tackle and goes down the sideline and is out of bounds at the 28 as he bounced off Carl Zander. All 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 28-yard line, and Leroy Horde, the Michigan rookie, picks up 4 to the 24. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now they put Brennan in motion to the right. Kozar looks the other way, and Kozar throws for Slaughter, and he can't make the catch. The coverage on the play by Lewis Billups to break it up. Eagle will put it down at the 31-yard line. And he misses it.
Ooh, that'll weigh on his mind. He just left it out there. Ordinarily, that kind of can't have a back that puts the ball down on the ground. It won't work.
2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Metcalf in motion. He gets the ball, but doesn't get a block. And is tackled back of the line of scrimmage as David Grant, number 98, comes knifing through to bust the play up. We have a new snapper, Mike Morris, the former Seahawk. And you'll hear a big cheer as they get it away. It's not a particularly good kick, but at least it wasn't blocked. And it's Mitchell Price skirting to the outside and then taken down as he reaches the 47-yard line. Vernon Joins makes the tackle. Activity since week 2 of 1989 as Esiason goes back to pass and throws, and the catch is made. Beautiful. A beautiful catch by Eddie Brown for a first down at the 29-yard line. 9 from the 29-yard line as the play clock is down to 3. And here is James Brooks seeing his first action of the night inside the 10, and a touchdown. James Brooks with that sore neck, and that's the reason he didn't start tonight. He gets into the game, and the first time he touches the ball is for 6 points.
And long run of the year for Brooks. And coming into tonight, Brooks had been averaging a little over 3 yards. Last year he averaged almost 5, and this is classic Brooks, breaking back against the grain, using his speed, and hammering it into the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Kozar has it batted back. David Grant and number 50 was right there. James Francis. Play clock is down to 4. And Kozar has that one intercepted by Leon White. And White is thrown down at the 5 by Kevin Mack. It'll be 1st and goal, Cincinnati. And the Browns are in big trouble.
And he wouldn't get 1 out of 10 doing that.
Face mask, defense, and force from the end of the play, half the distance to the goal line, first down.
And the ball thrown right at number 51, White. He'll go up in the air, but I don't know how you hold on to this. That was a great catch. You can see right there that Kevin Mack had the responsibility of chopping the legs out from underneath Leon White to get his hands down because Bernie Kozar throwing the ball that direction. You can see the face mask here by Kevin Mack right there. Boy, and that's a flagrant face mask. That ought to be, you know, a 15-yarder. Tough to assess 15 yards.
3rd and goal. Coleman in motion. And Ickey Woods to the 2-yard line.
Forced the screw up in the backfield.
20-yard field goal attempt, and I suppose this is a moral victory of sorts for the Browns because the Bengals had a first and goal at the 2 and have to settle for a breach field goal.
Not somebody who failed to report, but an illegal formation.
From the 37-yard line.
Let me say this is the last word, though. You can almost understand the officials calling up there because it was an apparent touchdown. It was a supposed scoring play.
Play clock down to its last tick. And a sack as Esiason goes down, but it's a loose ball.
Brown.
They are signaling Brown football. Little flip out to Mack. And Mack turns it into a nice gain as he is out of bounds at the 21-yard line. 2-1 as he gets it off. And that's I think, a live ball. No, they blow the whistle on a very close play. And the Bengals will argue that it was a backward pass. 27
and a half. 27 and a half.
Oh, leads at the
about
28.
27 and a half.
At the 29-yard line. And Kozar going for it all and too deep, intended for Brian Brennan. Phillips covering on the play.
And if you're so back there, Fulcher, and they had Brennan straddled, he would have had to throw it perfectly. Kozar would have.
Cleared up right now because the scoreboard has 3rd and 17. The down marker says 4th and 17. So they call up again to find out what's going on. I think it's 3rd. I remember only 2 plays here.
Remember they used to just play one of these teams from Colorado?
Down in 17 from the 29-yard line. They have to roll that.
It's not supposed to be this complicated.
Kozar with a lot of time. Hits Mack to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, that's class stuff by Mack. He knew he was going to get hammered.
Brennan in motion. Kozar gets sacked at the 13, and it's a loose ball, but the play was over before the recovery. James Francis with his 7th sack of the season, the rookie from Baylor. From 31, he's made it from 21 and missed it from 41. Pagel puts it down. And the Browns wind up with 3. Mack the sole back. And they give it to Mack up the middle, and there's some room to roam there for him. And he gets out to the 49-yard line. Kozar slings it to the 41. The catch is made by Brennan. Great play by Brennan. He's out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
He might have as good a hands as any receiver in this game today. And
there is safety on the current Eagles squad. Kozar throws. This is Metcalf, and he almost escaped. He takes it to the 20. He's tackled by Michael Price from behind. The Browns are down to their final timeout, and they're trying to save it. The clock is 3rd and 1 from the 21. Kozar throwing, and the catch is made. Unbelievable at the 1-yard line. They have to call a timeout, and they do.
And what a decision now for Bud Carson. Well, wait a minute. Are we seeing a show put on here by Brian Brennan or what? I mean, this catch was better than the last one. Catch, he gets up. Not only does he make this catch, but he knows he hasn't been touched. He's going to get up and try and get in the end zone.
Fabulous. Meanwhile, if you're Bud Carson, now you've got to go for the touchdown. You're inside the 1.
Now you certainly have to consider it. You've got Kevin Mack. You've got your big back offense ready to go.
I think
Kozar comes back to football.
Ford
with Mack leading.
And he's in for the touchdown.
Mack did his job too. Yep. Blocked by Mack ahead of it.
Boric for the extra point.
Different ball game.
That's pretty good first half, folks.
Oh, for one of a first down. Cincinnati wasn't able to convert, punted the ball away, and with less than a minute, Brian Brennan and the Browns come up with the best drive of their season so far.
ABC station.
A lot of comments. This town is really back.
Second down and 10 from the 18-yard line as Slaughter makes the catch. And he's taken out of bounds up at the 26-yard line.
The fish eyes on them.
Third and 2. And up at the 30-yard line, that man Brennan again makes the catch. First and 10 from the 31. Ozar deep over the middle and has it picked off at the 50-yard line by Carl Zander. And Cincinnati is in business at the Cleveland 38-yard line. In the backfield as well with him. Second and 8. Tyson. And he picks up the first down and about 5 more. James Brooks and is stacked to the left behind Mike Barber. And now he comes in motion.
Whoa.
And they give it to Taylor up the middle, and it's a first and goal. And the ball is picked up by Gash. Is the play down and dead? Well, there's no signal from the official either way yet.
Field, you see the quick trap blocking that sprung Taylor into the clear.
Now let's keep an eye on him right at the end of the play. There is the hit. The ball is still intact. Still intact. No, that's not a fumble. That's not a fumble.
Not at all.
No, he has control of the ball until he hits the ground. No, Thane Gash comes up with that, I'm afraid, well after the play.
Third and goal now as Esiason lofts one out of bounds. Brown, the intended receiver, and he wasn't close to being open.
Fake position for Sam White, who's done it before.
Yep, Johnson flipping to Holman against New England, but it's a 21-yard chip shot for Breach, which he connects on, and that puts Cincinnati up by 7.
INT as well.
Lee Johnson, the punt. And it's a bad kick.
Real good field position.
Down at the 44.
When he gets his form
shorter,
he'll replace Charlie Taylor. 4th all-timer.
Play clock down to 2. Second and 10. Fake screen to Mack, and then he does hit Mack, who springs loose. And Kevin Mack takes it to the 35, and a flag is down. In fact, a pair of them
come out.
And Derek Gainer spells him number 27, and that's Metcalf, who looks to throw a pass and then keeps the football and is run out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
Good presence on the part of Eric Metcalf, who threw a touchdown pass a year ago, but
Metcalf was going to throw the ball.
Great cornerback said, I got him.
Great play by Fulcher there.
Turns out to be a 6-yard gain on the ground. And here's Leroy Horde taking it down to the 18-yard line. 3rd and 6. Good protection. Kozar fires, and it is incomplete, and we don't see yellow.
Oh, that's just good defense on the part of Price. He was right there.
Field goal attempt for Korek, who's been good from 21 and 30 and missed from 41. It's Pagel who throws it, and it's incomplete, intended for Van Waiters on a play that has worked in prior years, and comes up a bust here.
And he's got the wrong number. It was incomplete anyway.
So Cincy's ball with Harold Green taking it from the 14 out to the 21-yard line for a gain of 7. Dave Grayson makes the stop. Second and 3, play clock down to 1. They just do get it off. And Craig Taylor has the first down with some nifty running and taken down from behind out at the 44-yard line by Bob Bukowski.
He's also offside, isn't he?
Well,
how close you're going to get.
3rd and 10, and there's your 10 and 5 more for Harold Green, the South Carolina rookie. He's tackled by Perry, and it's a first down at the 40 on what should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Rehearsal for another celebration around the 28th and 29th of January, a couple of days after the Super Bowl, as Brooks starts the fourth quarter by taking it to the 33. And it was a drizzly, rainy day in Cincinnati today. Football team trying to go 5-2. As Boomer Esiason hands it to Brooks, and Brooks inside the 20, inside the 10, and JB takes it to the 7-yard line. Stopped by Claiborne. First and goal, Craig Taylor. Knife to the 4.
Craig Taylor, the ball carrier. The tackle by
Tom Gibson, 71, makes the stop. Fake to Green, and Esiason fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mike Barber.
Well, you touched on it, Al. They were able to run the ball at will, getting down inside the 5-yard line. Now they come back with play action. Cleveland's got to think run.
To make a move and go with Barber when he comes across the formation. They're all waving.
Look at the play action.
Look at that.
They freeze for just a moment.
Newsom in motion. And Kozar hits Brian Brennan. Well, what Cleveland is hoping for is the same type of miracle they pulled off in Denver on a Monday night game 2 weeks ago when they from the 37-yard line. And a sack back at the 32-yard line. As Kozar gets sacked by Leon White and Natu Tuatagaloa.
Offensive line operating here tonight. They played for them last year. But 2 and 5, that'll be hard to stomach.
3rd and 12, and Kozar nearly gets sacked, and then does. At the 23-yard line, Jason Buck and Natu Tuatagaloa. None tonight. End-over-end kick. It's more like a field goal.
Yeah, that's what blocking a punt will do to a punter. Wagner last week got a 27-yarder. He's had
from 4,000 sources to help pay it. People who agree with his philosophy. As Taylor takes it to the 50.
If the commissioner was hoping that Sam White was just going to accept the fine and be quiet about it, well, would have been a lot simpler if he would have just let her in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but he has been pilloried by the print press as Esiason hits Icky Woods, and the extra takes it down to the 36-yard line for a first down. Completed 6, but his team is up by 2 touchdowns, and Green takes it down to the 31-yard line. 3rd and 5 from the 31-yard line. And making his way down to the 26 is Craig Taylor, and that is close to a first down, and I believe he has it.
Against the Bengals. That's like Alabama losing to Auburn, or Michigan losing to Ohio State, or USC and Southern Cal. I mean, some rivalries, you just got to hold your own. You can't get shut out, and Bud Carson's been shut out by Sam White.
And not only is it a rivalry amongst cities.
Defense, 5 yards, 3rd down.
do make a change. Who do they go to?
3rd down and 2. Esiason trying to keep it alive and take some more time off the clock, and he does. Brown inside the 10, and Brown down to the 1-yard line. Not only gets down to the 1, winds up staying in bounds, and the clock keeps moving. Sunday, Candlestick Park. 1st and goal. Icky Woods, is he in for the touchdown? Yes, he is. Now do we see the shuffle?
Look out.
This is the big question, folks. If he can get loose.
The delayed shuffle.
He's trying to get onto the dance floor. But, all right, folks, what's happening here?
Well, he has to do it behind the bench because if he did it in the end zone, it would...
That's trouble.
Yeah, well... 2-13.
Dan could sing. You'd be singing Turn Out the Lights about this point, wouldn't you, Dan? Nick, you'd be shuffling along. Ta-ta.
Play clock down to 2 as Kozar gets blitzed and somehow avoids the initial surge, but not the second. Solomon Wilcox came flying in and nearly got him, and then Jason Buck and Natu Tuatagaloa, who teamed up for an earlier sack, do so again.
So, Frank Minifield, you're a great player. I think that was the gist of that conversation.
Well, White is a happy man tonight, of course, and, well, even though he's smiling, this Bud's forlorn.